So, welcome back to Ultimahjong. Today, of all things, we actually have a challenge that I'm going to try. This comes from off of a tangent from a person on our Discord called Sophie. She had the idea of kind of picking, having 15 yen to pick whatever items you want from the shop. Instead, I'm going to modify that a little bit, because 15 seems like a lot. When I did the math, you probably need 9 for a good loadout. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use the first 3 shops in this run. Everything else that I do is going to be no buying from the shop, no reset glitches outside of resetting the turn timer so I can play more rounds, so I can go into endless. We are in yeah, what's it called? We are in Tenpai. Give me something. Nothing. Come on. Okay. So I'm only going to use the first 3 shops. So I have 9 yen to work with, which means buying the extra yen isn't really worth it. But we start here with the eraser. The eraser is probably the best item in the entire game. So we're going to pick up the eraser. But here's my debate. Do I also grab the dead wall draw? The dead wall draw will let me play more of this dead wall, which will be very limited because we're going to do lots of deck erasing and we're not going to add too many things to the deck. So dead wall draw is probably good because this gets populated before the deck. So when I remove a bunch of tiles, all of our good tiles are going to be in the dead wall. Which means we could also add flowers, which would let me draw from the dead wall, but would also take up spots in other places. They give me more Han, that's good. This increases the amount of tiles drawn in a round by 4, so this gives me the possibility to draw 1 extra tile and call 3 more tiles. This lets me possibly draw 2 more tiles and give me bonus Han, which seems more appealing. But I probably don't need that bonus Han once I get my deck manipulation done. So being able to draw a little more tiles would be nice. So we're going to take dead wall draw. But now we have the eraser and we get to decide what we're going to do with it. We're not going to erase a red dragon. Do we listen to the game and start erasing the and go for the pins? My goal would be eventually to get wins in a good position and use my honor tiles. I think I'm going to start, erasing these. That also lets me call a white dragon if it shows up. We do also need to win this round. Do I call pawn here, or do I hold out? 5, 6, 7... I'm going to... let's call it... what do I discard? 5, 6 with a 7 here. So I'm going to discard this 1. There we go. 5, 6... we got a pair here, we got a pair here. We got a 5, 6, 7. But I don't like this 9. Let's discard this 9. See if we can do anything with this. We got a 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now we're waiting on the 1 or the 4 pin. Let's erase. Um, hmm, or do we save it? I think we can save it right now. Because it's a mana, we don't have to use it immediately. So we're waiting on either the 1 pin or the 4 pin, which there is 6 tiles left in the game. Run. Perfect. That lets us hold out for a little bit here. Wind Rotator is the other thing I wanted, but I didn't want any good ones on the 4s. Okay. Okay. Let's convert these to whatever the red door. I already forgot what the red door is called. If we deleted one of the greens already, so is already a little bit worse. We can always pivot, which is a possibility. Or do I grab 9-volt con swap and dead wall draw and hope for a really good third shop to wrap us up here? Because that gives me an opportunity to get a 4 costing one. Buying 2 of these also gives me the opportunity to get this one if I deem it good. And it just gives us lots of options. But it does mean we basically waste this shop. But we do get 3 more money next round. And also this would make it so I don't get these 2 items in the next shop. Which I think is a good thing. I think that's what we're going to do. Because we do have the eraser. What I would like is either a Suji shift or a manipulator would be nice. I think the best item would be a Suji shift or a dragon rotator or a wind rotator. Those are what I want. Okay, let's erase you. Come on. Okay, we got 2 red dragons. Well, we've already discarded 2 red dragons. So we're not going to get red dragons, so let's just get rid of them. Okay. Call pawn. Let's see what we got here. 6, 7, pair here. 1, 2, 4. So we can discard you. Erase you. How many do these have? We have a good chance of that. So 4, 6, 7. Let's discard this 2. Call pawn. We are now waiting on the 8. Run. Next. We're working on erasing these, so I actually think I rarely ever take this. Because they aren't super good for foo. They give you lots of foo. But foo's not super useful. But it does put things on pins, which is what I'm saving for now. So I think I'm going to take it. That's the first time I've taken that in a long time. Next choice. I can either take a Suji shift or a dragon shift. I actually think my dragon shift is a better option. Do I? So I get 2 more mana. So I have 5 mana, or I have 5 yen. I have 5 yen. So I could buy a Suji shift and the dead wall draw. Or I can buy dragon rotator, which leaves me 3 Han, or 3 yen, which I'd buy the dragon rotator, the flower tiles, and the dead wall draw, which It's pretty good, too, because I was talking about not being able to draw from the dead wall. This would give me 2 draws. Dragon Cycle would let me condense my dragons and be really good with my eraser. Suji Shift would let me get more cons, which then I could go for 4 con pretty easily with Suji Shift. Getting all of my pins onto 3 piles. What is better long term? If we go to Yaku, we go to Yakuban. Because if we do big 3 dragons, we would also be able to pair big 3 dragons with 4 concealed triplets and 4 quads. So that's at least a 3 times. If we do go for Suji Shift, we would get 4 concealed con, 4 concealed triplets, and I guess we could set up like all terminals. Would be interesting. Would be the other one. We could set up all terminals, which we would stack things. We would stack the 9, 7, 4 group and the 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 7, and the 6, 3 groups onto the 9s and 1s. Get us 4 con. We would even be able to do that with this grouping here, and then we know what we want to delete. Or do we go all honors? But we'd only be able to do dragons, and we don't have as much dragons as we have numbers. So I think, after long deliberation, it's we grab Suji Shift, and then Dead Wall Draw. And this is my loadout for the rest of the game. Okay. Goal. Set things up to be honors, to be, not honors, to be terminals, or erase them. Okay, right now I am still going to go for a flush. 5 goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 5s are what we want to erase. Seven turns into a 1, 2, 3. So 7 turns into a 1. So we want to turn 7 into a 1. Okay, let's call north. Let's get rid of this one. We do also want to erase our honors. Probably once we get lower on the other things. Pair 5, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4 is good. So let's discard the 4. Or let's discard the 1 to start us off here. Okay, so now we can go 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, waiting on the white dragon. Because that lets me use the eraser on it. I want to use my eraser. So we're going to hold off so we can delete a 5. Perfect, because 5, 1, 2, 3 can be erased. Sumo. Let's go next. And we no longer can use the shops. My mana's low, so what I'm actually going to do right now is I am going to run my auto hotkey script a couple times. I just have it set up to a hotkey that refreshes the game. This will let me glitch the game into endless a little bit. Every time you do this, it buys you an extra round. So I have already lost count, but we are now in round negatives earlier. I'm going to close my eyes so I don't stop on a good shop that has a tile that I wanted on, so my eyes are closed. And this is the one. Okay. Let's grab... We are talking about removing honors at some point, so 4, 1, 2, 3 turns into a 1. So this is good. We're gonna grab you. Next. Yes, I really do want to continue. Okay, so north. So here's the thing. I think I still want to remove the Mon tiles. Because we will only have 8 Mon tiles, 1 doesn't turn into 9, this would be nice to get rid of from the deck. Because then that lets us have more control over things. So 2 is not useful. And I am going for pins this round. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to if I could change anything. So 2. I cannot change a 2. Do I want to keep the 2, though? 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, east for... I want to erase the 2. Oh, I can't erase the 2. Okay. 8. It's good because it is a Dora tile, and it fills up my hand. So 3, 4, 5... let's get rid of this 1. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I get rid of... Which one do I get rid of? Let's get rid of this 2. I will actually call Ricci. Because that will give us a bonus Han. A 3 turns into a 9. And I will be able to call Eraser. Let's not call it on an east wind quite yet. 8, 1, 2, 3 is one to be erased. Zumo. Okay. Let's convert you to Keen. Keen gives you 2 Dora for having it in your hand, which is pretty good. Next round, continue. Okay. So let's discard this one. 5. Not needed. Not needed. Call pawn. The other interesting strategy here, or at least just in Ultimahjong in general, a really interesting strategy is actually calling Khan very often, because it can only benefit you. A reason you would hold off on calling Khan in normal Mahjong is because it does not benefit yourself. Calling Khan more likely benefits an opponent than yourself. Don't want to call on 1, don't want to call on a 2, 6, 7, 9. Ooh, I was not in Ricci. I did not know that. Which means I should have kept that 5. We're going to call pawn and discard this. If I call pawn, I can go for discard this. I can go and try to get either the other white dragon, or I can use a Suji shift potentially, which I think is what I'm going to aim for. Also, this gets me Toy Toy, so this is potentially lots of points. Let's. Do I want to stick with erasing the Mon? Yes. So we're going to erase the Mon. 1 does not turn into a 6. 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1's out on the table. 2, 4's out on the table. And 1, 7. So I think I am going to discard the 6 because I am waiting. I am trying to get a 1. The 1s. I want to Sushi shift this, but I'm not going to because I want to try to win this round. Can't turn an 8. Can't turn a 6. Call north. Can't call this one. So I blundered a little bit. We're going to discard again. 6s. Cannot turn that into a 1. Can turn that into a 9, though. Okay, next. So I do not get a wind or a round wind bonus this round. Discard. This is a really good hand, just in general. Discard. Got another west wind. I think I discard the green dragon here. Discard. So the deliberation is, do I call pawn and pass on a Ricci with this hand? Because this is a pretty good hand, because I already have 1 Han, 2 Han, half flush, which is 2 Han. And it will give me, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm actually going to hold out a little bit. So I'm going to call Khan to give me more options. Okay. 6 can be shifted into a 9, which was my good option here. So now I am going to discard my 8. Or do I hold on to the 8? Because then I could do a 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to discard the 8. So now I'm in Toy Toy. Don't want that one. So I have, this is my one opportunity to get this, or do I hold out and hope for a Khan to get an extra Han? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna call Ron. Okay, next. So I need to start getting something really good. I need to start scoring Yakuman soon, because this point total is catching up quickly. Okay. Scary points. Because this is the score we have to beat. So let's upgrade these two next round. Continue. Okay, 2 north is actually really, really good right now. So I can call north. Got 2 south. Don't really want those anymore. So we're starting to condense a lot better here. These are the only two Mon tiles, so we're going to get rid of them. Do I just go for Toy Toy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to go for Toy Toy. Con. Get a 3. Discard the 5. I've not done much deck manipulation to the pins, which is a problem. Discard, discard. Pawn. Let's discard the 4, call north. Discard, discard. Okay. 3, that's a 6. Let's turn you into a 9. Then we can discard this 6. There we go. Rounded out the hand, finally. Waiting on one of my many 9. And that's good also. Con. I should have no problem winning this. Run. Okay. That pulls me ahead right now. Continue. Okay. So let's call north. I'm starting to not want honors, but right now that pairs up my honor, which is good. That pairs up my honor again, which is good. 7 west. I'm going to discard these 3s. Call con. Discard the 5 and the 8 here, probably. 9, which I have a lot of. So I'm going to discard this green. That's a 9, which is good. Let's discard this 9. Call pawn. Let's discard the 9. Oh, discard. Do I start trying to get rid of my honors? Not yet. Not unless I have to with that bar full. Because the last thing I want is that bar to be full. 2 can be deleted. So I can call run. 1, 2. That bar is almost full. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. Perfect. I think I'm going to discard All North. Sure, because that gives me Rinshan. That's a counted Yakuman. Let's go. 4. Do we want 4s again? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we want 4s. Next. Continue. 7. 1, 2, 3. So yes, we want 7 to turn into a 1. Call north. We want 7s, but we don't have. Let's discard this. Honors are starting to become a nuisance because I want to start calling con on my terminals. I don't need to yet. So let's just discard the west. We get a south. Let's discard that. Let's discard the west. We got another green, which we've not seen any green yet. So let's discard this one, discard this one. 7. We're fine with 7. Call north. We need an 8. 8 is the dead one. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So 8 is a dead tile. So let's erase the 8. 7, 8, 9, 7. Let's discard the 3. Let's call pawn. That counts as a valid hand. We can discard these. I don't want to, though. So let's discard the 5 instead. We get a 9, which means we could wait on an 8, but I don't want that. Let's discard the 7. Let's call pawn. I think it's time we discard the 1, call pawn, discard the 9. We are now waiting on a 9 or a 6 of pin. There is an eraser, or that's a white dragon. We get a 6. 6 turns into a 9 of that turns into a 9 of bamboo. Or do I hold out? I think I'm going to hold out. Call roll. Okay. Next. Scary. Scary, scary, scary. Let's upgrade these next round. Continue. Call. Nope. Let's turn you. Turn you into you. Call north. Let's discard these tiles because we don't have lots of them to group up. And then that's a 3, which is a tile we want to keep. Let's call north whenever we can now. Three, 4, 5. Let's discard the 1. 5s get erased. We discard these, go for the pin. Half flush again. Call pawn, discard the green. Discard the west. Call Ron? Or do I keep going? I still have a chance of drawing the red dragon. We are going to hold out. Do we still have a chance? Do I still hold out? Because I do want to charge my items. I'm currently behind, so I need to win this round. So we're going to call Ron. Next. So let's add this, go next, go continue. We need a really good hand to help us hold out for a while. Discard the 9. Another east wind. We don't want those. Don't want the west. Call pawn. Discard the 5. A 2 would get erased. So let's discard. Yeah, let's just discard this. Call pawn, discard this. Call Khan. Yeah, I don't have a valid Yaku yet. Discard. Discard. East. No. A 1 pin. Yes. So now this is terminals and honors. 5s get erased. Discard. Sumo. Next. Scary. Let's convert you to Keen. Next. Continue. Call north. We might be able to get all terminals now. So let's discard. That's good. Discard. 9. Discard. That's an honor. We don't want honors. I need to delete the honors. There's a 9. Delete the 8. Call pawn. get rid of the 2. Call Khan, get rid of the 2. Do I call pawn here? Or do I push for all honors? I think I call pawn. I got lots of Akadora. Or that Keen Dora. I can't remember. Hold on to this. Okay, we're not calling Sumo here. We are going to hold out till the last tile, basically. Because I'm going to charge up my eraser. I'm going to charge it up as much as I can. No. Okay, next tile I get... I called it. Next tile, eraser. Sumo. Next, I lost. So close. I didn't actually get to do consistent Yakumans, but there's the starting score for this challenge, I guess. Well, thank you, Sophia, for the good challenge. Idea, at least. And hopefully other people try it. This was a lot of fun.